Hello, welcome to the video. So nice to have you here. My name is Jazz. I have been a freelance artist for 6 years and I've been doing conventions since 2016, so almost a decade now. But never in my life have I done 3 conventions back to back. When everything fell into place and I realized that MCM London, Fantasy Basel, and Dokomi would happen all in a row, I never thought that I would get accepted to all of them, but there I was. A very stressful time began for me. Preparation, a lot of work. I kind of managed to film a little bit throughout the 3 weeks, maybe not as much as I would have liked to, but I still think it's a good amount to kind of give you an impression of what it is like to do those 3 specific conventions. At the end of it, I will kind of give you a little bit of a wrap-up, tell you what I liked and what I didn't like about those specific cons and how well they went for me. I won't give you specific numbers, but I'm gonna just kind of tell you where they rank on my list of conventions. And now, enjoy an unscripted and progressively more stressed Jazz. Enjoy. It's the day before we're leaving for MCM, and this is the first of 3 consecutive cons in 3 weeks. I'll see if I remember to take videos. If I do, I'll maybe edit a vlog together. See what happens. Maybe you'll get to see me break down, because that happens sometimes at cons. And since it's 3 cons after one another, could happen. At the airport now to go to London. So we're gonna fly to MCM. We're gonna set up today. I also still have D&D tonight, and tomorrow we're playing with some of our friends who are there as well. I'm really excited. I've done MCM a few times. It's one of my favorite conventions. I think the only unfortunate thing about it is that we have to fly there, so packing is kind of a nightmare. You always have to make sure that you're under 23 kilograms for your suitcases. But thankfully I have my partner that I can use his suitcase for extra storage. We arrived at the hotel and we can see the XL from our room. And the travel lodge and a train that's going by right now. Stay tuned. We are now on our way to set up at the XL London. This is our hotel, so we just have to take a little bus and then we will be there ready to set up. I want to see. Check-in is here. Badges are required. They're pink. I'm very pleased about that. So now we start setting up. Okay, we have found our table. Sven is looking into the distance. We are ready to set up. Yeah. I wish I could say that I have a way that I'm doing it every time, but I really don't. Usually I just kind of set up however it comes out. So, as you can see, I also had to redo it a couple of times here because I had new stuff. The booth is almost finished. Some of the stuff will be added tomorrow, like the prints up front and the books here. We are right by the Artist Alley sign. Central stage is over there, so shouldn't be too hard to find. We have finished setup. We are tired, but we made it. It looks pretty nice. I think we did a very good job straightening out the prints at the back.
Yes.
We ran into a little bit of a tape dilemma because I bought new tape and it just doesn't really stick, which is what tape is supposed to do, in case you didn't know. But yeah, we're done now, so we're just gonna head back to the hotel. the end of day 1. we set up today, and then I had some D&D, and we had some tasty room service food. Yeah, pretty good day. All in all, I would say. Here's hoping that tomorrow, first day, is gonna be good. Woo! It is day one. We still have to do some setting up of some prints and the price stickers. Other than that, I think we're pretty much ready. We're pretty sure that there's not going to be too many people before 12 because people are going to need some time to reorient themselves because they switched everything around again. So, but it will be good. It is currently 1:30 in the afternoon. We've made it in about 3.5 hours. Today it goes till 6. So, it's going well so far. People are being really nice. I love this con, but as you can hear, it's pretty loud from the center stage. I don't really know what they're doing, if they're like playing Mario Kart or something, but I keep hearing Mario music, so I think that's probably what's happening. Day one is over. We are dead inside and outside, so, but it was a really good day. Everyone was so nice. I am always so happy when people come up and say that they've known me for a while, like especially if they're like from Voltron days or Boku no Hero days. It makes me really happy. It was a really good day. We are leaving for the day. There's just so many incredible artists here. I haven't even had the time to walk through yet. Hopefully we'll be able to get here a little earlier tomorrow because tomorrow it opens at 9 till 7. So that's gonna be fun. We're gonna do it. We did today. We're gonna do tomorrow. And then we're gonna do Sunday. Because that's how we roll. As you can see, we are, well, in bed. We just had a really fun D&D session with our friends. Part 1 of a one-shot. We couldn't finish it, so we're gonna finish it on Sunday. I completely forgot to film because we were just very much in it, so yeah, but it was so much fun. I love D&D. It's day 2, Saturday, and we are just rolling into the XL. I think we're gonna go get some coffee. And head to the table. Wow, I forgot the word table. This is a great start to the day.
It's already been a long weekend.
Yeah. It's fine. It's all good.
I smell a video.
Something's happening.
What is this?
It's noon. We've been here for 3 hours. It feels like we've been here for 3 years. But it's slowing down because we can notice like the lunch rush is probably like everyone's going to get food. And earlier it was David Tennant's panel, so there were like so many people moving in that direction. And it's a little bit rainy outside, I think, so people are coming in so they don't get wet. So yeah, check-in complete. Little sunset. Forgot to take any videos last night, but we had a lovely dinner with some friends, with Specs and Smurfy, and it was really fun. Now we're almost at the XL again for day 3. Gonna make sales, and then at the end of the day we're gonna have to tear down, so that's gonna be fun. Woohoo! We're tired, but there's only one more hour to go of the last day of MCM, so that's good. It's only till 5 today. It's been pretty slow today, as we were expecting because it's a Sunday. Like, the busiest day is always Saturday. Yeah. As you can tell, I'm a little bit brain dead. We just finished teardown. Look at us in our beautiful high-vis vests with that backlighting. My God. Took about an hour. Pretty good. Getting quicker every time. Now we're heading outside, gonna wait for our lovely friends, and then we are in for an evening of relaxation and finishing our D&D one-shot. I'm really excited. Yeah, it's been a weekend. Really exhausting, but also really just lovely seeing everyone, seeing all the artists' friends, seeing all the people. Just everyone's so nice, supportive, but it just drains you because you're like customer facing for 3 days, and it takes it out of you. But we made it. We did it. We did it. Yeah. So we are now all packed up. It's Monday. We are gonna head to the airport soon. Thankfully, it's only like 10 minutes from here. We had a really lovely weekend. I want to thank everyone who came by my table and bought something or just stepped by to chat. It was lovely. Yeah, I hope I get in again in October. I love MCM. I just think everyone's so nice, and I always get to see so many of my friends when I get to come over here. So it is one of my favorites. Now we're gonna go to the airport, so yeah. We're at the airport now. Getting through security was a bit of a nightmare. They made me unpack my backpack, and well, it wasn't so bad, but like, it's still always a little bit annoying. Yeah, we're at London City Airport. I can literally see the XO from here. That's the convention center that we were in. Now we're waiting to find out what our gate is 5 minutes before boarding. Thankfully, it is a very small airport, so should be fine. But the organization here today is not great. It's been better in the past, but back to Switzerland. And then I have today and tomorrow to repack everything, and then on Wednesday I'm gonna head off to Fantasy Basel. I think that was like my 5th or 6th MCM that I have done, and unfortunately it was the worst for me out of all of them so far. So we made it home well yesterday. We were just extremely tired, honestly. The exhaustion hit us like a ton of bricks, but we slept really well. And now today is going to be a pretty stressful day because I have to do stuff for my Patreon, and I have to repack everything for Fantasy Basel, which I'm going to go set up for tomorrow, Wednesday. Yeah, so it's going to be fun today. Been a long day. Did a lot of stuff. Repacked everything within one day. Drew 3 things. I drew the page for the webcomic. I drew the Safe for Work exclusive for this month, and I drew oh no. Did I draw 3 things? I could have sworn I drew 3 things. Anyway, I did some washing. Did the patron rewards. What else did I do? I smoked some weed. I made price sheets for this con and cut out price stickers I did social media posting for the con for Fantasy Basel, and then I made some food, and now I'm watching Severance with my friend. Because that's my favorite show, and they haven't seen season 2 yet, so I'm in bed now. Ugh. Since I'm too tired to God, my forehead. You get sideways me today. Not at night. Yeah, I'm really fucking tired. It's about 1 a.m. My friends are gonna come pick me up tomorrow morning. Thankfully, we're gonna go there in the car, which is really nice. Man, you're saving my life. Okay, so we're gonna go in the car. They're gonna pick me up around 9:30. They said we'll see. And then we're gonna go to Basel to set up. And then one thing I still have to do tomorrow is get cash, because I do not have any Swiss cash. I live here. I pay almost everything with my card or with my phone. Are you liking this raspy tone? I've cultivated it for you across the last weekend because I was talking so much. I'm gonna be talking more this weekend, so that's gonna be fun. See you tomorrow. My lovely friends came to pick me up the next morning in a car, which was a blessing, and we got there in the morning and we were able to set up pretty quickly. As you can see, the hall is huge. There is so many artists at this convention as well. We've arrived and I'm basically done setting up already. My friends picked me up this morning in a car, which was really, really nice and luxury almost. And yeah, this table is just so nice and big. Got all the space you want. I truly think my fatal flaw about all of this is that I didn't record any footage of my table in a horizontal way, so you're just gonna have to enjoy this TikTok style video of all my stuff. This is kind of what my table looks like. Every single con, I have so many different things. I really need to find a way to reduce the amount of stuff I have because it's just too much. After I finished my setup, I went into the city to get some cash, and I went out with my friend who lives in Basel for dinner. We went and had some delicious ramen. Ugh, mouth is watering just looking at this again. And then we walked around a little bit in Basel. Here you can see a little bit of the beautiful old city, the old town, and the rivers, and the highest buildings that we have in Switzerland, right there. Wow, crazy stuff.
Das Ganze ist als Kind. Ich checke, dass Rotmus nicht Rotmus heißt, weil es rot ist. Erklär das mal einem Kind.
So, but it is red.
It's red.
Then I went back to the convention center, which you can see in the background right there. And I went to walk around a little bit more with Alex, Paper Calypso, to find some invaders because that's a game that she plays. Super cool. If you want to check it out, they're like strewn all across the world.
Guess who's been awake since 5 a.m.? It's us. Woo-hoo. Day 1. Can't wait.
Hey!
It's before 7 a.m. and we're on our way to go to the bakery to get something to eat. But it opens at 7, so we're hoping we can walk slow enough to get there and not have to wait, not to loiter around.
We woke up at 5 and couldn't sleep anymore, so...
So good. So, it's exactly what you want on day 1 of a convention. That's how you do it, guys. Matcha latte. It's vegan. You can taste it. It's good though. being in Paris and looking at the Louvre. It's beautiful. And there's barely any people this early in the morning. We are nearing end of day one. There's 2 more hours to go. I'm really tired. Hey.
What are we filming?
I'm like doing a vlog thing about like the 3 cons, so I was just saying that it's just only 2 more hours.
Oh my god, are you PewDiePie?
Yes!
2 more hours!
Hey.
I want to get out of here!
Yeah, let's go to
Let
dinner.
me shower.
Please, and sleep and
Food.
eat food.
Yeah,
We're
thank
ready. Yeah, we're gonna go for a smoke now, so yeah.
Are you okay?
There.
The real references.
The second day of Fantasy Basel went great. I kind of forgot to take any videos though. Oops, my bad. After I went to some friends' house and they made some delicious dinner for me, some karage. It was so good. After I walked back home to the hotel, and yeah, that was day 2 of Fantasy Basel.
For the second morning in a row in this hotel, we were rudely awoken by a child screaming outside. Why? It's literally before 8 a.m. and it's a Saturday today. Put your children on a leash. Take them inside and leave them there until it's at least 9 a.m. On a fucking Saturday, dude. On a fucking Saturday.
The last day of Fantasy Basel went surprisingly well. We had the discussion amongst us artists all 3 days that it was kind of like weird how slow the con was, but Saturday was absolutely bonkers.
Yeah? I do hate that they're like all named like super bad German names, yeah. Himmel. But then again in JoJo there's literally a character called Prosciutto, so like, come on.
So I just got home from Fantasy Basel.
It's 10 p.m. I'm dead on my feet. Despite every like hard thing about this time, I'm just so extremely grateful for all the people I have in my life, all my friends who are just incredible people, everyone I get to talk to and hang out with at cons, spend time with. I'm just so happy. It's my community and I'm just so grateful. I wish I could give more back. I'm just so grateful.
Fantasy Basel is kind of a special case for a con because it goes from a Thursday to Saturday every year. So I was able to finally take a day off on Sunday, the day after. We had D&D and I just kind of like took the day for myself. It was the first day I took off in that 3 weeks.
It's Monday. We're leaving on Thursday for Dokomi. One thing I really would love is to get more than 6.5 hours of sleep. But apparently, my inner clock is now on waking up at 7:30. I'm really tired. I'm really scared of Dokomi. I have so much shit I'm bringing. And I'm really scared that it's not gonna go well. That's just the stress and the imposter syndrome talking. I don't know. I just really hope it'll go well. You guys, I'm so tired. I packed everything for Dokomi. Both of my suitcases are over 30 kilograms. For American people watching, that's about this much in pounds. I need to go exchange my pounds from MCM to my currency, Swiss francs, so I can put them into my bank account. I honestly really don't want to leave the house today, but I have to get stuff done, so yeah, I'll be doing that. At least now there's not so much of a mess in my house, so I can maybe work on some art later without being too distracted. I'm really worried it will not go well. I'm at my brink. I don't know how people do this kind of thing. Like, I have so many friends who do this kind of thing all the time, and I'm like, dude, you have no idea how strong you are. We'll see how it goes. I'll do my stuff, take it minute by minute. I need a nap today.
So I decided to eat something, make myself a little bit of coffee, and then go ahead and run some errands that day. I put on some proper clothes instead of just pajamas, went outside, debated my mess that I had at home, and then went to go exchange some money at the train station. Big angel, look at her.
It's Tuesday. I'm doing work. Working on comic stuff, so that's good. I feel a little bit better. Still a little hoarse. Yeah, I have to get some stuff done before I leave for Dokomi on Thursday. So there will be stuff to post on Patreon.
I also went outside to grab some more printer ink for my printer because I realized that I had run out because I still had to print some new price sheets for Dokomi and some other stuff as well for Patreon. So I decided to just get that done as well because I had to at some point. Coffee, guys. I'm gonna have coffee. Then I'm gonna ship my brains out. Woo, but at least I'll be energized to work and draw stuff. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Coffee, caffeine. If you can't afford cocaine. Or also don't do cocaine. And we're gonna let this cook till it sprudels. So it's Wednesday. I spent most of the day finishing some work and packing the last of my things, making sure that nothing I leave here for 2 weeks is gonna be, food that goes bad or something. So I ate a whole cucumber today. It was delicious. I still have a little bit of a sniffly nose, so that's why I sound like this in part, and all the talking just took a toll on my voice. So but I think not talking as much for a few days helped as well, so I'm gonna leave tomorrow morning. Excited for it to be over. So on Thursday we made our way to Düsseldorf. I was traveling together with my friend Cass. It was an absolute nightmare because there was also a ton of other people traveling in that direction because there was a festival that same weekend. But we managed to make it in the end. After a lot of bullshittery with the Deutsche Bahn, we finally made it to Düsseldorf. Now we're taking a break before we make our way to the hotel, and then setup starts at 3. Right now it's like 2. We did it. After a horrendous day of travel for everyone, like in our group, it's been tough. And I haven't eaten since I think 8:30 a.m. and and it's now 6:30 p.m. So we're probably gonna pig out and then we're gonna pick up our friend from the airport because she had like delays, so she had to get another connecting flight. So we will go pick her up at the airport later. It is now almost 11 soon. We're gonna go to the con now. It opens at 1. Yeah, I'm excited and scared and worried, but it will be fine. I'm just glad it's the last out of 3, because I cannot do this anymore. I'm so tired. If you're going to Dokomi, I hope I see you there. We just had dinner with friends.
Hell yeah, brother!
And a famous YouTuber.
Yeah, famous YouTuber.
Not me.
Sven is sitting where the famous YouTuber
Yes.
was sitting.
Yes, in the bar.
Got his all
Just Photoshop Dustin really.
He's just right here. Yes. Good night. Good night. Yes.
Dokomi Day 2.
Tomorrow. It's day 2, and it's raining outside. And we chose the best place to be.
In the pond. It's my first digital art piece.
What does it mean?
I don't know. It's my first digital art piece. The other ones were classical art pieces. This is my first digital.
Gorgeous work. We have the
I have to
Minecraft.
sign it, right?
Yes, yeah.
It's not finished yet. It needs where's the Sharpie? I need
Which Sharpie?
No, this one. The one I drew.
That's not a Sharpie.
Yeah, it's a fine line. I'm new to art. I'm very new to art.
I'm gonna have to blur all of this around my back, but we are almost, well, we only have like 3 hours to go on Saturday now, so I'm ready to go eat.
Gotta stand up.
We are done with day 2, and I'm tired. I think everyone is, but like, especially Miso. Miso soup. I was talking with our booth neighbor, and he said that he still has 18 cons to go this year. And I was like, why would you do that to yourself? But I suppose it's like his main hustle, so 18? And he already did 9 this year. It's too many cons. Very impressive. I could never. I'm literally at my fucking limit with these 3 cons these last 3 weeks. I'm not extroverted enough for this. I'm not built for this. It's literally near the rave. That's crazy. The last day. Woo! As you may have gathered, I was in the Seijin area at Dokomi, that means the 18 plus area. Since last year, they already doubled it in size, and they keep expanding the amount of artists that are allowed to come to this convention, which is great if you want to see a ton of artists. But in my opinion, I think 1,700 artists, or however many it is just about 700 too many. So, yeah.
I don't remember the music from Avatar, so I cannot sing it right now.
So on Monday, we said our goodbyes to our friends and went homeward. We have officially made it. We did it. 3 weeks. 3 conventions. 3 countries. The title of this video, maybe. I don't know. I'm tired.
I'm Sven. Sorry.
We are treating ourselves. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Look at all of this food. Hell yeah.
Not part of the food.
You're a snack. I took a week of a break at Sven's place before I went back home to Switzerland. I was honestly so drained and exhausted from those 3 weeks, which is of course understandable. I really don't understand how people do this week to week to week to week. I was talking to someone at Dokomi who was doing 9 cons in a row, and they were like on their 4th at Dokomi. That's just absolutely insane to me. Welcome to the wrap-up of the video. After those 3 cons, it took like a good 2 to 3 weeks for me personally to fully recover. It was extremely taxing, and I think it would be on most people. As I talked about in the video, there was a few artists who do this kind of thing literally like every few weeks to months, and that's just like unfathomable for me. I cannot imagine doing that more than once a year. I think even that might be too much. Let's start off talking about MCM London, shall we? MCM London is absolutely one of my favorite conventions that I get to attend now and again. It happens twice a year, in May and in October. As an artist like myself who has a big variety of fandoms and items for sale, it's usually a pretty good convention for me. This one, unfortunately, out of all the ones that I have attended, was the worst. My theory about this specific one is that there was a Critical Role stamp rally going on that I wasn't part of, unfortunately, and since I do have a ton of Critical Role artwork, that probably kind of was where that drop-off was for me. On the other hand, I do also just think that the economy is in the shitter and people don't have as much money as they would like to spend on luxury objects like art. So that is one of the theories I have, and the other one is that I like most of the art that I already had last year as well, so people, if they have already purchased it at a certain other point, they're not gonna buy the same product again. But yeah, it was a really good convention. I can't complain. Even if it was the worst out of all of the MCMs that I've done, it's still one of my favorites because I get to see friends from the UK and like international artists who don't really come to the rest of Europe. London is kind of like a good place for them to come because there's still English-speaking people. That's probably why I love this convention so much, because I get to see friends. Fantasy Basel. This is the biggest convention we have here in Switzerland every year. As I live in Switzerland, this convention is a good one for me because I don't have to spend a frick ton of money on travel costs. I don't have to pay for a flight or for extra luggage. I can just take the train. Out of the 3 conventions for this specific block, it was the most successful convention for me because I earned the most and I had the littlest cost for it. Yeah, I really didn't expect it to go as well as it did because the first 2 days were kind of slow and then Saturday just kind of punched back. And I think it's like that every year where I'm kind of like, is it gonna be good? is it gonna be good? Thursday and Friday are never good. And then Saturday is actually really good. So I think it's probably one of the most successful conventions for me because it's like my home base. I have so many friends here, people who studied animation in the same place as me who are now also coming into the fold of Artist Alley and convention stuff. So, and I get to see like real life friends who come to this convention. They are not going to travel abroad to go to a convention, so this is the one that I get to see my like home friends at. This is also the one Swiss convention that is more visited by international artists. I think more and more getting on to the hype of Fantasy Basel, which is really lovely. Celta's art was here this year, which was really surprising to me because I was like, you're coming to Switzerland from America? That's crazy. But it was really lovely to see her here in this country where I don't see a lot of American friends. So I do know that coming to Fantasy Basel, if you are not local to Switzerland, can be a bit of a pain because of the customs. They are very annoying about how they have to handle everything, and it can be very overwhelming and frustrating if you don't know what you're getting yourself into. But thankfully, I think the international artists are able to help each other out a little bit there, so they don't have to struggle too much through that process and spend way too much money that they don't really have to. Yeah, I'm just happy when they come here, so I don't have to come over there all the time. It's a huge convention as well. Like, it has several floors as well in one building of exhibitors and Artist Alley. They are also making the Artist Alley bigger every year, so I am a bit concerned about that aspect of it, because if you pack a bunch of artists into one place, every single artist is gonna get a little bit less, which is, of course, it's nice that there's more opportunity for more artists, but it also means that there's going to be less to go around. And at that point, we're going to come to our problem child of these 3-week conventions that I am going to talk about, and that's Dokomi. Dokomi is a huge convention if you have never heard of it. It is in Düsseldorf in Germany, and it's massive. I think this year there were about 1,500 artists in 3 halls, and there is a total of 7 or 8 halls in total, so there's even more to see at this convention. This was the first time I tabled at Dokomi in the Sagen area. I had tabled in the big hall 3 before, and each time I felt that it was not really matching up to the hype that everyone was talking about for Dokomi. As I am an artist who draws more fantasy than anime nowadays, I do think that it might be in part because I don't really have on offer what people were looking for at that convention. It is the biggest artist alley in Europe with 1,500 artists. And in my humble convention artist opinion, I just think that that is about 700 artists too many. Now, it's such a lovely and a fantastic idea to have a huge artist alley where you give the chance to so many artists to be there and to sell their wares and to kind of network with each other. But it's just too big. This convention only used to be 2 days, and I think 2 years ago they made it 3 days because they were like, this convention is too big for 100,000 plus visitors and 7 halls. Me and Sven actually did the math. So if there's 1,500 artists and you're gonna spend 30 seconds at every single artist's booth, you're gonna spend around 12 hours. Now, a convention day is usually like between 9 to 10 hours. So you're gonna spend 1.5 days just looking without even buying anything. A lot of people will come into artist alleys and will spend their money right as they're coming in. They're not gonna go through the whole artist alley to go see everything. And once they reach like the middle of the first hall, they will have run out of their budget, and all the artists who are at the back of the hall are not gonna get as much foot traffic as people do at the front of the hall. so of course they're not gonna make as much money. If you are an artist who is thinking about going to Dokomi, I think it's important to remember that if you are not very well known, if you don't have a big following online, or if you have a prime placement in the hall, you're not going to make a killing at this con, most likely. There is simply not enough time or money going around. The pros of this con are, you're most likely going to be able to see many international artists and purchase their wares. There's such an incredible talent pool at Dokomi every year that it is so inspiring and so overwhelming to see all of them. But you come out the other end kind of being like, wow, I want to get better and I want to like level up my work. So it's either going to be that, you're going to be super inspired, or as a con of this con, there's just too many artists. If you're an artist yourself, chances are not going to be high that you will have enough time to see everything. You're going to be stuck at your booth and you're going to see like maybe 5% of the artist alley, which I think if you're going to Dokomi, you kind of want to see what's going on, right? I think it's just so incredibly hard to stand out in that large a number of artists. And of course, unfortunately, people are more likely going to purchase art from artists that they know from online, that they've seen before, that they followed for a while already. So maybe they will find you as a new artist to follow, but that means you're not going to really see any payback until the next year or the year after that, or like whenever people are starting to recognize you. There are just as many small creators at Dokomi. I think this convention is incredible to attend if you are an attendee and not an artist. You will see so many things. If you don't get overwhelmed easily, this convention is for you. You will be busy every minute of the day, every second. There is so much to do and so much to see. But as an artist, it's great to network. It's great to meet other artists who inspire you. But I don't know if you've watched Inkwell's YouTube video about it, but he also said that if you're not in the top 10% of artists, this is not going to be a super profitable con for you, most likely. Out of the 3 conventions, Dokomi was the worst for me by a long shot. It was the most disappointing because I took a chance going in the Seijin area because last year I went to visit it because I was like, well, I have a lot of adult art and I think it would probably do well in this area. But the Seijin area has doubled in size since only last year, which is just an insane amount of new creators to bring in my opinion. That's just insane. Yeah, so I felt a bit disappointed that I didn't really get that to be part of that small curated space. I just feel like they could be doing better. It is important for me to mention that I am incredibly happy for every single artist who made a killing at this convention. I saw people around me who I know were making bank. And I was so happy to see it. Me personally, it's not my convention. I cannot help but think that it would profit not only the artists, but also the attendees if they shrunk the artist alley back down a little bit, because I heard from so many attendees that it was just too overwhelming, there was too much, and that they did not have enough time to see everything. Shrink it back down to 1,000. That's still plenty of artists. The money would spread out more evenly and the attendees wouldn't have to speedrun the whole convention and end up overstimulated and unhappy that they didn't get to see everything. For me, personally, it is truly up in the air if I'm ever gonna return back to Dokomi. I think I might have to work on my online presence again first, because for me it's just not worth it as someone who is like a tier level, well-known artist. And that's it about those conventions. Yeah, they broke me. It was hard, but it was also a good experience. My ranking for this con cycle: Fantasy Basel, top tier, S tier. MCM, it was like B tier this time around, and Dokomi is probably like F tier, D tier, F tier, maybe D tier. I've had worse conventions, but like, it's not great. If you made it all the way through the video, look at you go. Congratulations. That is very impressive. Thank you so much for listening, for watching, and for hopefully having a good time during. I'll see you again soon, hopefully. If you would like to return here when there is another upload, feel free to subscribe. If you have any more ideas for videos, do let me know in the comments. And also leave a like, because why the hell not? If you watched the whole video, it's fair to assume you liked it, right? Or you really hate me. And in that case, leave a like anyway. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Cheers!